Horns up, guys. Welcome back. Let's get started. Alright, so today I'm going to be talking about the proverbial bandwagon. Now, what I mean by bandwagon is, alright, so you know how some of these bands who used to be a little more underground than they are now have all of a sudden exploded. They become big. I mean, big. Like, everyone fucking knows them. Whether they're a true metalhead or just a poser, they know them. Alright, now let me give you some examples. Trivium, Slipknot, the Black Dahlia Murder, Metallica, and there's a lot of them. Suicide Silence. I mean, on and on. So, how does this whole thing work? Well, how it works is simple. I mean, I still like Trivium. I think they're generally a good band. I mean, I don't listen to them as much as I used to because I don't like the fact that everyone fucking likes them. I mean, literally, like, even, like, you hear all these people talk about these bands, and it's just like, dude, I listened to them when they were actually not that known, when they were more underground, so it's like, the fuck, right? And now, everybody, like, I mean, they listen to like one or two songs and they're like, ooh, and you're just like, dude, shut the fuck up. I mean, I understand. I mean, that bands, they want as many people to hear the music as possible, and I understand that. But sometimes they transcend. They go outside the true metal box. Okay, there's a metal box. All right. Now, when you go outside the metal box, you got all these mainstream kids and Abercrombie and Fitch kids and preps and kind of generally what some people might consider to be the normal trend of people. I mean, the normal trend. So, people who generally don't listen to real metal, they listen to like maybe one or two bands and think they listen to metal, but really they don't. So, that's what I mean by the metal box. People who are in the metal box are true metalheads. They listen to everything. They listen to thrash metal. They listen to black metal. They listen to death metal. They listen to like old school bands like Maiden and Priest and Saxon and blah 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 blah. But what I don't like happening. Here's the main catalyst to me. Here's how a lot of those bands, except for Metallica, really. But here's how a lot of these bands are getting big. For example, like I said, like the Black Dahlia Murder, Trivium, also Children of Bodom. Demon Borgir, sadly, is kind of getting more going outside the metal box, like I was been talking about. Well, it's simple. It's Rock Band and Guitar Hero. Rock Band and Guitar Hero. Because these kids, they play they play the fake guitar and they're like, oh, that's a good song, and you're just like, and then, they, type on the computer and shit, and then they look up that one song and listen to it over and over and over and over, and then they kind of start listening to that band, and then that's the only metal band they listen to, and someone's like, hey, check out this band, and they're like, no, I'm not gonna listen to that shit. I don't. That's horrible. This band's better. And it's like, you've got to have variety. You've got to have variety. And I guess I've talked to friends. I've had my friends who told me, I'm like, so I asked them about this band. They're like, no, because everyone just jumped on the bandwagon. Everyone likes this band. They're too popular, and they're not that same underground band that people used to be people used to stay away from. I mean, I'm not talking about like being afraid of it or like I don't want to listen to it. I'm talking about like because see, like me, I remember when Children of Bodom, me and my friends, well, there's only a few of us, were the only people who listened to that band. Period. Then when they got on to Guitar Hero, everybody started listening to them. I mean, I would hear kids that like never listened to any real metal in their life talk about Children of Bodom. Same with Trivium. Metallica. Everyone knows Metallica. I mean, they've always been a big band ever since like the 90s. So, sorry guys, I still have a little leftover bad cough from my cold that I've been getting over. So yeah, like I've been saying, the bandwagon. Everyone jumps on it. That's why I think that metal should be kept within itself and not, it should be kept more underground and not be changed, not be mainstream, because it will ruin it. It's its own music. It's defined by its own rules, and nothing can touch that, in my belief. Alright guys, well, this has been Destruction Beer. Hope you've enjoyed. Stay fucking metal. And I will see you next time. Metal Denomination!